Hello, traders. FS Collector here. Today is Wednesday, so happy hump day, and it is August 13th. So, how is everybody doing today? Hopefully, everybody's doing fairly good. Not too bad of a day, hopefully. A little bit, I was expecting that we possibly could get some decent movement this afternoon because we do have Trump talking today. If we look at the news calendar, as you can see, President Trump is talking, most likely right now. He's probably still talking right now. The Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. So apparently he is talking now. So we could possibly see some pretty decent movement at some point today because of that. So we definitely want to pay attention to the dollar pairs over the next hour or so and see how that goes for everybody. But anyways, yeah. So the main purpose of these live streams is definitely to take requests from people in the audience. So if anybody has anything they would like to look at, definitely let me know. I'll be more than happy to look at basically anything. So, anyways, I did forget to schedule this live stream until literally just like 5 minutes ago. So, unfortunately, a lot of people probably didn't have much of a warning that I was live streaming today, but we'll still do it. And if people join up, that's great. So, anyways, yeah, let's start off looking at the US dollar index, and then as people join in, we can take it from there, definitely. So, there's a few things going on with the dollar index, obviously. I mean, on the very high time frames, we really can't deny that we are in a downtrend right now. I mean, we are definitely in a downtrend. The 61% Fibonacci to me seems like a really likely area because that would be a really good liquidity sweep for everybody. So I'm still very bearish the dollar index, that is, not the DXY, the dollar index on the very high time frames. Then you go down to like the daily time frame, and to me, it looks like a complete pattern. It looks like a complete 333 pattern. It looks like three waves up, three waves down, three waves up. If I go down to the 4 hour time frame and zoom out a little bit like this, and then change colors, hopefully everybody can kind of see what I'm talking about. Yesterday in my Zoom meeting, which I do Zoom meetings twice a week for my members, I was talking about this. But when you do it like this, it actually kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. So you got impulsive, right? And then in the middle, you got a 1, 2, 3 wave pullback. And then you have impulsive five waves. And then in the middle, you have a 1, 2, 3 wave pullback. And then you have, this is where we have a couple different possibilities, but first of all, we have impulsive, and we definitely have impulsive. The problem is, in my eyes, is that this little move right here isn't really a three-way pullback. It's more of an impulsive move. But a impulsive move is a recognizable correction. That is definitely a recognizable pullback. A motive wave correction is definitely a recognizable correction. So we are looking at this as possibly a WXY. Now, the reason why I said I'm a little bit unsure is because most three-way pullbacks are actually three waves. So we were talking about this yesterday in the Zoom meeting. What if this is actually the 1, 2, 3 waves that you get in the middle, and then we're potentially going to get another wave up, and then you would have three waves up, three waves down, and three waves up for a WXY pattern. So there is a little bit of uncertainty here whether or not this could possibly turn up, take out these highs, make a 333 pattern before it actually does end up continuing back down. But as of right now, I definitely personally would be trading this to the short side via the dollar pairs themselves as if this WXY pattern was already complete and as if it was just going to continue the downtrend from here. So I am definitely looking at shorts on the dollar index. No doubt about it. If we go up to a little bit of a higher time frame, this is where we can kind of tune the frequency of our charts, which is kind of the most important thing to Elliott wave in my eyes. This is where you can really see the low, high, low, high, low. We do have five waves down right now. So possibly we could start a pullback because often you'll get five waves and then you get a three-wave pullback and then you get another five waves. So there is a possibility that the dollar index does turn up, but just because you see five waves definitely doesn't mean that the trend is over. That's for sure. You can have way more than five waves. You can have like a wave six, a wave seven, and it just keeps on going down. Wave eight, wave nine, and it just keeps on trending. So, like I said, I am definitely trading the dollar index, well, the dollar itself to the short side via the dollar pairs themselves. So all these dollar pairs right here, except for maybe gold, I am trading based on this US dollar index analysis that I just did, which is that potentially this could just keep on going down. I mean, there's really nothing stopping this thing from continuing the downtrend. So I am definitely looking for shorts. The fact that we have 5 waves tells me that it could, like I said, it could start a pullback, but you can't really trade based on it could start a pullback. That's how I think a lot of retail traders get into a lot of trouble because, you see, if I make this bigger again and draw it like I did last time, you got impulsive, you have impulsive, and you have impulsive. And then in the middle, in between each one of those, you have 1, 2, 3 waves, 1, 2, 3 waves. So you have impulsive, corrective, impulsive, corrective, impulsive. So when you see a 5 wave pattern, a lot of the times you will make a pullback to those 5 waves. You end up making a correction to those 5 waves quite often. So definitely something we got to keep an eye out for. If it does start breaking structure to the upside, then we definitely want to start looking for longs. It definitely has a broken structure, and there's nothing stopping it from going down. And as always, the trend is your friend. I mean, and we kind of proved that this week on Tuesday. Tuesday was right here, and that was CPI inflation data right there. And anybody that was trading against the trend at the CPI inflation data probably didn't really do that good because, boy, the trend just kept on trending down, as you can see. So, anyways, yeah, I definitely am looking for shorts on the dollar pairs. So now that we got a few more people joined up, like I said, I apologize. I totally forgot to schedule this live stream until about 5 minutes before the live stream actually started. So now we got a few more people joining up. Uh, if anybody has any requests, put them in the chats. I would be more than happy to look at anything. I can look at anything on this list right here. So anything on this list right here are the pairs that I at least keep up with on the daily time frame and up. Any of the pairs from like here up, I keep up with pretty much from the 1 hour time frame up, and then anything from here down, I keep my analysis up on like the daily time frame. I personally think if you know what the daily time frame is doing, you can just base all your 1 hour time frame trades just based on what you see on the daily time frame. So, anyways, yeah, we're gonna start taking requests. Hey, Ins, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining the live stream. He's from my Discord channel. So yeah, I'll look at the euro dollar, and like I said, everything that I'm trading on these dollar pairs themselves is definitely based on the U.S. dollar index. So any trades that I take on the dollar, euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar, dollar CAD, they're all based on the dollar index analysis. So going all the way, let's go all the way up to the monthly since there ain't a lot of people here today because I forgot to schedule my live stream to the last minute. So let's go all the way up to the monthly for a second because I just want to show you that there is a couple different possibilities here. I definitely do see a bearish outlook possible on this pair. Now, instead of this going up for this expanding wave C, like I've been talking about pretty much ever since last fall, this potentially being a wave 1, this being a wave 2, this keeps going up for a wave 3, and then it goes down for a wave 4, and then goes back up for a wave 5. That's been my analysis for probably pretty close to a year now. But I do see an alternative count. I always like to keep a couple alternatives in mind. When you start to marry your analysis, like you get stuck on one analysis, you can subconsciously uh, ignore evidence that your analysis is wrong, and that's a big problem with I think trading is everybody will come up with an analysis, and then when their analysis is proven wrong, subconsciously it's very difficult for you to say, okay, I was wrong about my analysis, and I need to switch. But that's extremely important. And I don't really care how long you've been trading. You could be trading for 20 years, and your analysis is definitely not going to be right all the time. And really good traders, when their analysis isn't correct, they know it right away. And they are okay with switching their analysis. I was talking about this in my Zoom meeting yesterday also because, in school and stuff like that, you take a test. And if you get 50% of the questions wrong on your test, then you fail the test. But trading is completely different because if you can get 50% of your trades incorrect, and you can make millions and millions and millions of dollars in trading if you have good risk management. So it kind of really goes against what we were all taught in school. which is that we want to be right as much as possible. Trading, you're not going to be right all the time. So anyways, my alternative count is that this move up right here is potentially a correction to this move down right here. Like this impulsive down is, this move up is a correction to this impulsive down. And we're at the 78%, and it potentially could turn down and start a brand new downtrend. And to be honest with you, I kind of, even though my analysis for the past year has been it's going up, I kind of hope that I'm wrong, and I kind of hope that it is going to turn down. Mostly because I'm from America and I live in Europe, and right now the dollar euro exchange is really not that great. So I kind of hope I'm wrong about my analysis. I hope this thing turns down really hard because then my dollars would go a lot further in Europe, which would be nice. But if we go down to the daily time frame, this is where we start to come up with a couple different possibilities, right? So possibility number one is that we already made a 1, 2, 3 way pullback. I like to draw different colors on my charts because it kind of helps your eyes see what it is that's necessary to see. So 1, 2, 3 waves down and then impulsive up. We possibly have a complete correction already, which means that we possibly are now starting a brand new impulsive move to the upside. So we could possibly be starting a brand new 5 waves to the upside, which would lead us to believe that this expanding flat analysis on the monthly time frame is correct. So going down to the weekly, going down to the daily. So my main analysis is very bullish the euro dollar. My analysis has been very bullish the euro dollar for months and months and months and months. But what if this is actually turning into like some sort of a complex correction? Or what if this really is a top and it's actually going to do a complete trend reversal? Then this possibly could be a 1, 2, 3 down. It could turn into 1, 2, 3 up, and then it could either go down and break structure, or it could make 1, 2, 3 down and make like a triple three pattern before it turns up. And given that it is August right now, there definitely is a possibility that it does turn into either a 3, 3, 3 pattern or possibly a 3, 3, 5 pattern. So there is definitely a pretty good chance that we do get some sort of a 3, 3, 3 or a 3, 3, 5 or something like that. We definitely can't rule it out. So, anyways, as we go down to like the 1 hour time frame, I mean, there is no reason whatsoever on on any time frame to think that this trend is over yet. That counter trend thinking is what gets so many traders into trouble. Because I guarantee so many traders are looking at this and they're like, "Oh, this thing's getting ready to turn down." And I do agree with you; it could possibly turn down. But is there any evidence that it's turning down? Absolutely not. Is there any reason to think that this may not just keep doing this? Definitely not. I would be trading this as if it was just going to keep on trending up because that's definitely what it looks like right now, is that it's just going to keep on trending up and up and up. And there's really nothing stopping it from trending up and up and up. Unless we get a break of structure at a Fibonacci retracement level, we definitely should be trading this to the long side of 100%. Yeah, hey, Andrew, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Trevor. Yeah, the US dollar yen, the pound US dollar, definitely. All the dollar pairs are at a little bit of a crucial point, on whether this is going to turn into a complex correction or whether this is going to keep on trending up. And honestly, it could do either or. And we just have to observe the market and we have to just trade based on what we see. My old mentor in trading used to say constantly that the best tool you could ever have in your toolbox for trading is this right here. I mean, this is the one thing that is going to make you millions of dollars. It's not an indicator. It's not some holy grail indicator, a holy grail trading strategy. It's the ability to see these impulsive moves and these corrective moves. Because what happens after an impulsive move is a corrective move, and what happens after a corrective move is an impulsive move. So if you can train your eyes to see when there really is a turn in the market, then that's what's potentially going to make you a lot of money in these markets. Definitely. I what time frame are you seeing a break of structure on the US dollar yen? I definitely don't see a break of structure on the dollar yen unless you're talking about the break of structure to the downside that just recently happened right here. Let's see, 1.48. Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. This is obviously either impulsive wave A or impulsive wave 1. This is obviously either corrective wave B or corrective wave 2. So to be honest with you, this Fibonacci retracement we have on here isn't really doing us any justice anymore, in my opinion, and neither is this one. Because now we should be focused on whether we're looking at a wave 3 or wave C. So that's where your Fibonacci extension is going to be your lifeline to try to figure out whether you're looking at a wave 3 or a wave C. So try put some fibs on here. We're not even at the 38% Fibonacci extension yet, so geez, I don't really think this is over. Oh, you saw it already. Nice. Where to put your take profit. The break of structure point is probably the conservative area, but it depends what you're doing. Are you trying to swing trade this thing for days and days and days, or are you just day trading it, or what are you doing? I mean, it really depends. Because I mean, it could go up. It could go up and make a lower high, go up, make a lower high. You know, it could end up doing something like that. And if you just got in today, which you probably did, you know, if you just got in at the end of this pullback right here or something like that, and then it starts doing something like this, you know, you could literally watch half of your profits disappear, and then you'll be sitting here all wondering if you're correct or not, and half of your profits will disappear, and then eventually you probably will be correct, but that is a very stressful situation unless you're used to it. That's why swing trading, I think, is very difficult for many people because, you know, like let's say you went short here, you would have been in good profit, and then half of your profit would have been gone, and then you would have been in really good profit, and then some of your profit would have been gone, and then you'd be really, really good profit. So these swings in your P&L is what causes swing traders to have a lot of issues. For me personally, I don't even look at my P&L until the end of the week normally. Maybe sometimes the end of the day if I'm just kind of short time frame trading, but for the most part, I really only look at my profits at the end of the week, and sometimes not even, maybe the end of the month sometimes. Because you know it wouldn't be uncommon for this to go up and break structure on the 1 hour time frame, and then make a three-way pullback, and then make a lower high, and go down again. That definitely could happen, especially with Trump talking. I think if you have the ability to sit through these P&L swings, I do think that a swing trader can make just as much, if not more money than a scalper. But the key to swing trading is you have to be okay with the fluctuations in your account, and you have to be okay with getting in multiple times. You know, like this move up right here, you would have held on to this trade for potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 days. And the way to make a lot of money is to, you know, get in once there, get in again there, get in again here, get in again there, go all the way back to like break even on that trade, but then sit through it, don't get scared, and then get in again here, and then cash out all up here or something. You know, so you have potentially have, you know, 4 or 5 orders along the way. And if each order is a really tiny order compared to the relative to the size of your account, then it really shouldn't be that big of a fluctuation in your P&L. You know, during these pullbacks, it really ain't gonna matter too much if your trades are not really, really large. You're not trying to make like a fortune on every single trade. You're just kind of you're just trying to, you know, get in on every single pullback. The only problem with that idea is, you know, when you're wrong, it really sucks because you could go short here, you could go short there, and then potentially you go short here, and then it turns, and then your winning trade turns into a losing trade because your analysis was potentially wrong. But it does look like we could possibly make a little bit of a pullback, and it does look like it could potentially just be a pullback to this last wave down. So for now, I'm definitely still pretty bearish for sure. Let's see here. Let's look at the pound dollar. Starting a pullback. Yeah, no problem, Trevor. Anytime. I was kind of thinking that we might get some really good moves during this live stream because Trump is talking, but so far not a whole lot going on. I don't know if he's if this is like a live speech or if it's just him behind closed doors or what. It says he's talking at the Kennedy Center in Washington D.C. Let's see, January. He speaks frequently on the broad range of subject. Only speeches that might have a direct impact are listed on the calendar. So it definitely could have an impact on the market. Unemployment change, unemployment. Oh, it really? That's like an odd center or something? Hmm. Maybe he's not really talking about anything too important. He might not be, honestly. Maybe it's just like some normal thing that he's doing. It's not really that big of a deal. Doesn't really seem like it's that big of a deal because the market definitely ain't moving. It's been sideways for 4 or 5 hours. This is the hourly time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of sideways price action. Euro dollar too, about 6 hours of sideways price action. Aussie dollar, yeah. Dollars. I mean, the dollar made a really nice move pre-London session this morning. Very, very nice move. And then it just went into a completely sideways price action ever since. Yeah, he might be talking about Ukraine because they are definitely trying to end that war. So, which hopefully they do. I've met a lot of people from Ukraine here in Portugal that have like refugees from Ukraine, and it's friggin' sad. But my analysis on the higher time frames is definitely the same as the euro dollar. I mean, we're definitely either in a pullback to this last impulsive down, or we're in a flat that's going to end up doing something like this. My target right here actually might be too low if it really is a flat. It might actually end up going all the way up to like 1.64 or something, which means that the pound is going to be very, very, very expensive if that's the case. Definitely ain't going to want to travel to the UK if you're from America. That's just $1 is only going to be like 45 cents or something, whatever they call it in pounds, the pennies. Uh, we're not at a Fibonacci level, but we definitely are at a resistance area. I mean, 100%. So we could start a pullback. I was honestly, the reason why I didn't trade the dollar today is because the move that started very, very early this morning. Started at technically, I think it started at 3 a.m. London time. So the move was already in process when I got up at 6:30. So it was too late to enter. And then I was like, okay, well, now I'm gonna have to wait for a pullback, which is probably not even gonna happen today. It's probably gonna happen maybe tomorrow or something. There's no real evidence of a pullback yet, but you would definitely expect to see a pullback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. There's a pretty good chance we could get a pullback to the last 5 waves, maybe something like that. Break that low, and then maybe continue the uptrend. So definitely still looking for logs. I just wouldn't try to go log right here at the very, very top. That's for sure. Yeah, but if anybody else has any requests, definitely put them in the chats. I'll be more than happy to look at anything. I don't personally trade crypto and I don't trade commodities or the indices, but I am more than welcome to look at them. I do analyze Bitcoin a couple times a week. I do analyze the S&P 500 a few times a week and silver once a week. But I can look at cryptocurrencies. I can look at pretty much anything. So the main purpose of these live streams is kind of to interact with my audience. So anybody that wants something, has any specific questions or anything like this, Wednesday at 5 p.m. UK time is when I live stream, and that's when you're going to potentially see some entries. Not entries, I'm sorry. You're going to see me live streaming, and maybe you'll come on and ask me to look at something for you. So definitely make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my live streams that I do every Wednesday. Boy, the Aussie dollar is actually one pair that does make me think that it could go down. It really does make me think that it could go down because of the WXY scenario that I had. But is it going to go down? I mean, there's definitely zero proof of it so far. So far, there's definitely no proof whatsoever that it's going down. Da, da, da. The reason why I say it does look like the Aussie dollar could possibly go down is I've changed my analysis on this pair so many times because of how overlapping it is. But what if this move up right here is actually just a pullback to this move down, and it's just going to go to like the 61% and then go down, grab all the liquidity that is probably obviously sitting in this area, and then maybe end up going up from there. Yeah, I can definitely look at the pound Aussie for you, not a problem whatsoever. So yeah, let's check out the pound Aussie. Like I said, if anybody has any requests, put them in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at anything. Definitely. Yenberry is stacking trades on this right now. He's been long for a while. I don't really analyze a lot of these pairs below like the pound yen below the daily time frame, but this one's the pound Aussie, pound Kiwi, yo Aussie are all going to be doing very similar things. It really looks like we're in the middle of a 1, 2, 3-way pullback, in my opinion. 1, 2, 3-way pullback. And then potentially we're going to make one more wave down before we end up continuing up like that. It looks like this should be the impulsive right here. This should be the impulsive. And right now we're potentially in a wave C of this wave B. That's what it looks like on a weekly time frame. And if that's the case, I don't think you should be selling the pound Aussie. Actually, one of the members of my group has been long the pound Aussie. And boy, I don't know. It looks like it's going to keep going up, in my opinion. So I would definitely still be bullish, 100%. That was a beautiful pullback right there. I need to get back into trading some of these more oddball pairs. I've just been trading the dollar pairs and a couple of yen pairs. I've pretty much just been trading these pairs up here. Maybe minus gold. I don't really trade gold a lot, but look at that beautiful 1, 2, 3-way pullback right there. That's a thing of beauty. Look at that beautiful 1, 2, 3-way pullback. Look at this beautiful 1, 2, 3-way pullback. That's nice. Actually, that one's probably technically this is the 3-way pullback, but those are some nice pullbacks right there. Even this down here is a little 1, 2, 3 pullback. I don't think it's time to sell unless it makes an engulfing move to the downside on like the 30-minute, then maybe. But maybe if it goes down there and breaks that, then you could try selling. Otherwise, I would definitely stay very bullish. Could start a pullback soon, but boy, I don't know. We got some Aussie news coming, don't we? Yeah. So for me personally, it's in the middle of the night, so I definitely won't be trading it. Yeah, I can definitely look at the pound yen for you. We haven't covered that. Yeah, no problem. I haven't covered that yet. I mostly just looked at the dollar pairs so far. If anybody has any requests, put them in the chats. I'll be more than happy to look at anything. If you haven't done so already, definitely do check out my website. There's a little video right here on the home page that you can watch if you want to learn more about the benefits of my membership. But my membership is only $30 a month. It's extremely cheap because I'm not looking to get rich from my membership. I'm looking to get rich from my trading. So definitely check it out. We currently have over 100 members and a lot of really good traders in the group. So definitely check it out if you haven't done so already. It's very cheap. Most people that do what I do charge hundreds of dollars. I charge $30. And if you're paying with pounds, that's like 26 pounds. If you're paying with euros, that's probably like 28 euros. It's very cheap. So, anyways, I definitely would still be bullish on that. The pound yen, I think I would still have to be bullish on also because of the higher time frames. I definitely think this thing is going to turn down, and I think it's going to turn down very hard when it does. But I don't think it's quite there yet. I kind of like this, what I've been doing this last week with in my live streams with my members. I've been drawing these big lines because I think it really helps illustrate where we are in the pattern. You got impulsive, which eventually is going to lead to another impulsive over here. And then you have impulsive and you have impulsive. And then in the middle, you got one, whoops, I like to change colors. In the middle, you have 1, 2, 3. I mean, obviously, it's not the perfect 1, 2, 3 pattern, but this is the market. The market's not going to be perfect patterns all the time. If it made perfect patterns all the time, pretty much everybody would probably be rich. So, unfortunately, that's not how it works. But this is definitely, and then if you do it like this too, you can kind of see what it is I'm looking at, right? So we got impulsive. Eventually, we're going to have impulsive. And right now, we're in the middle of a 1, 2, 3 way pullback. So I definitely think that the pound yen is going to go down to at least 176, 178, but I don't really think it's quite ready yet. And this is the weekly time frame. So when you're talking about something potentially getting close to a turn on the weekly time frame, it could be anywhere from 1 week to geez 5, 6 weeks. We don't know. It could be many, many weeks. On the daily time frame, I got my Fibonacci extension on the last impulsive move projected off the bottom and the last corrective move. We are definitely sitting at the 100% Fibonacci extension right now, which definitely could be a pretty good area of resistance, 100%. And if we do get a turn at that area, then great. If we don't, then great. No big deal. Continue to enjoy the trend. Actually, the pound yen has been a beautiful trend, and if you were enjoying this trend the whole time, boy, you would have, man, you would have made a lot of money. Like I said, it's that counter trend thinking that gets so many traders into trouble. And I am guilty of it too. I mean, I'm always like, because when you do pick the top, which we definitely can once in a while, you feel really good about yourself. You're like, man, I got in right at the top, or I got in right at the bottom. But the more profitable strategy is to wait until a bottom forms and then go 1, 2, 3, go long. 1, 2, 3, go long. Those aren't really three-way pullbacks, but 1, 2, 3, go long. 1, 2, 3, go long, or go long. Maybe that one would have been a loss, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, go long. 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 Just enjoy the trend. Don't be a bottom and top feeder. Just enjoy the middle. Trade the living hell out of these middles. The top and bottom feeders, there's a saying from the Market Wizard books, the Jack Swagger Market Wizard books. There's a saying in there, I believe, that says, and you have to realize that this book was originally in the 80s. The original one, I think, was in the late 80s or the early 90s. But he said that people who are constantly trying to pick tops and bottoms are eventually going to end up picking cotton because they're going to lose all their money. So they're going to have to eventually go out and try to get a day job because they can't make it with trading. So definitely looking for logs, 100%. So anyways, yeah, definitely looking for logs. I mean, I don't really see why this potentially might not go up and take out the previous high. It might even go up to the next Fibonacci level. It's actually a pretty good little entry today, honestly. Oh man, that was a pretty good entry today. I was kind of off and on the computer today. I should have stayed on the computer probably. It was definitely a pretty good entry right there. It was definitely a pretty good entry right there. It was definitely a pretty good entry right there. And there was definitely a pretty good entry right there. Distracted. Sometimes it's hard to stay on the computer when you have such nice weather outside or other distractions. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, I definitely would be looking for logs. Hey, Carl, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. How you doing today? Yeah, I'll look at the DAX for you, no problem. I haven't looked at the DAX in a very long time, but I definitely will look at it for you, no problem whatsoever. Let's see, the DAX right there. The first thing I do anytime I'm looking at something that I haven't looked at in a while is I go right up to the monthly time frame. What do I see on the monthly time frame? I see an uptrend that is almost definitely not over on the monthly. But it definitely looks like we could be getting close to ending a wave 3, which would be a pretty big move down if it was a wave 4, then potentially back up for a wave 5. So we could be getting very close to a potential turn. Where's that most recent structure on this pair? It's right here, I would guess. Yeah, right here. We definitely could be getting close to ending at wave 3. We just don't really technically have a breaker structure to the downside yet to prove it. And honestly, that looks like a three-way pullback right there. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 ways down. That definitely looks like a three-way pullback. Hmm. Oops. You could definitely sell the pound Aussie if you want to. I know a couple people that are long the pound Aussie right now, but you can definitely sell it if you want. It's your trading account and you could make money. I'm not saying that it's all relative to what time frame you're trading too. If you're trading like the 5 minute time frame, then you might be doing something completely different than somebody trading the 1 hour time frame. You know, you potentially could be looking for shorts, while the guy on the 1 hour is holding on to longs. So it's really all relative to what you're doing and what time frame you're watching and all these different things. Boy, it looks like it's going up. I don't think it's over yet. I think I would still be looking for longs, definitely. Kind of looks like it's trying to go up right now, but we'll see if it holds or not. Definitely looks like it's trying to go up. Hey, buddy, thanks for the channel support. I really appreciate that. Really helps me out. Definitely. So, does anybody else have any requests? Put them in the chats. It's kind of my fault that it's a little bit slow today in the chats because, like I said, I totally forgot to schedule my live stream this week until like literally like 5 minutes before the live stream was supposed to start. So I got to stay a little more focused, I guess, because there definitely was a couple decent entries today, and I definitely forgot to do my live stream. So yesterday I spent pretty much the whole day catching up on my analysis. Boy, the S&P 500 went up and made a new high. I guess that was a wave 4 or something, was it? Man, I didn't think that was what's gonna happen there. Wow. Yeah, I can look at Ethereum. I don't trade crypto, but I got my crypto wallet because I do have a little bit of crypto. My crypto wallet like is constantly sending me notifications saying how high crypto is and stuff like that, and I should be buying it. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Boy, wow. I wonder if this is supposed to be the wave 5. Maybe that's the three-way pullback right there in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Hmm. Interesting. I don't trade the indices either, even though honestly we probably should. The indices are definitely great for trading. I always said to myself though, if I was going to trade the S&P 500, I wouldn't trade it. I would invest in it. Because look at this thing. This thing is literally a never-ending uptrend, especially if you look at it on some charts that go back a lot further. So for me, the only strategy on this is just buy every single dip with like basically no stop loss. If it goes down, buy. If it goes down more, buy. If it goes down, buy. If it goes down, buy. And then hold. And then next time it goes down, buy some more, buy some more, buy some more, buy some more. Next time it goes down, buy, 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 buy. That's definitely what the big money traders do. Buy, 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 and then hold. Pretty much DCA, I think is what you call it, DCA into the trade. Scale into every single time it dips, scale into it. Because it pretty much is a never ending uptrend. I mean, yeah, there's some pretty big pullbacks here and there that might, last several months, but it is definitely a big uptrend, no doubt about it. Hmm. So, anyways, let's go look at Ethereum. Hmm. Wow. All time highs pretty much, huh? Oh, this is Bitcoin. Oh, wait, crap, look at Ethereum. Jesus. Ethereum is all-time highs pretty much. Bitcoin is all-time highs pretty much too. $120,000 a coin. Unreal, huh? It just reminds me back in 2016 when the guy I used to work with used to say, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. It's going to be amazing. And I said, dude, you are so full of crap. Bitcoin is never going to go up like that. That was me in 2016 saying Bitcoin is never going to go up that high. You're crazy. Now, uh, almost 10 years later, it's at $121,000. It's just unreal. I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now if I listened to my guy I used to work with. I probably would be like living on an island or something by now if I bought Bitcoin back then. There ain't really much you can do when you're at all-time highs except for throw your Fibonacci extended on there. It's pretty much the only thing you can do for support and resistance. I mean, obviously we are approaching a resistance area. We're approaching this resistance area right here. We're at the 161% Fibonacci extension also, which definitely could be an area of resistance for sure. But boy, I don't know if I would want to go short on it. You're probably looking for a place to cash out your logs is probably what you're doing, huh? Wow, look at that. I don't even think it, I think it's in a wave three. Looks like a wave one, wave two, wave three to me. I would say if anything, it's just gonna probably make a wave four. So, hmm. Does anybody else have any requests today? Put them in the chats if you do. I usually stay on for about an hour, but if the requests stop, I usually stop also. The major structure is usually right here. The minor structure is right here. So if it breaks this minor structure, then we will know that this wave right here is complete. We will not know anything beyond that. So what does that mean? That means if it breaks this low, then there's only two things that can happen. It's either going to make an ABC pullback to the last impulsive up and then continue up, or it's going to be a complete trend reversal, which based on the higher time phase is probably unlikely. So this is your major structure. If it breaks below that, throw your Fibonacci retracement from here to here, and then observe to see what happens. See if it makes a three-way pullback or not. Definitely could make a pretty decent pullback potentially. Wow. If you guys have been following my Bitcoin video, last week I said that this could be the low on Bitcoin because of this break of structure. So anybody that's been following along in my videos is probably doing pretty damn good on their Bitcoin trades. Natural gas, yeah, no problem, Carl. Yeah, nobody else is requesting anything, so yeah, keep them coming, buddy. No problem. Natural gas is another pair I haven't looked at in a very long time, but I definitely used to look at this pair a lot, but I haven't looked at it in quite a while. There used to be Dicer Girl used to constantly ask me about this pair. Ooh, boy, I wonder if it's going back down. Yeah, no problem, Carl. Anytime. Not a problem at all. So on the weekly time frame, we have breaks of structure, obviously. So what you want to do is show your Fibonacci retracement on the last 5 waves up, which is actually a very clear 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So literally only two things can be happening right now. Only two things can happen. It's either going to make a crescent to this last of 5 waves up, bouncing from the Fibonacci, which our next Fibonacci is the 78%, which is right around 2.5, and then continue the uptrend. Or the other possibility is it's going to go down, bounce from that, not break structure, go down, not break structure, and then keep on going down. To be honest with you, the monthly time frame is kind of making me think it's going to keep going down to these lows. It looks like this is the three-way pullback right here. 1, 2, 3 waves. Make it a little bigger so you can see, but one, two, three waves up. Here's your impulsive down. There's your three waves up. Now we're probably in our next impulsive move down. Impulsive almost always leads to corrective, and corrective almost always leads to impulsive. So if you see an impulsive and then you see a corrective, it should lead to another impulsive. And normally the second impulsive will be at least 100% of the first impulsive minimum. And if it's a wave three, it usually goes to like 123, 161.8 or more. But if it's a wave C, it can go to the 61% or 50%. But more times than not, it goes to around 100%. So because the 78% is like not even close, I would keep going. I'd keep looking for shorts. I think it will at least go down and hit the 78%, maybe even a little bit lower. Yeah, I can look at gold, no problem. I haven't even looked at gold. Wow. This is probably the first live stream I've ever done where 50 minutes goes by and nobody asked me to look at gold. That's amazing. Gold is usually right at the top of everybody's list. Let me switch back to the main list and we'll check it out. It should be in a crescent right now, in my opinion. Oh yeah, definitely. It's probably just finishing the wave A, honestly. I think it's very, very clearly in a crescent to the last impulsive down. And if you look at it on the 1 hour time frame, you have a very, very clear five waves right here. Especially if you make it a little bigger. You have a very, very clear five waves. So more than likely, we are making a crescent to those. Actually, we might get one more push up. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that would probably be your wave A. Then you'd probably get like something like this, and then something like that. I think there's a very good chance we're in either a wave B or we're in a wave 2 right now. Yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at gold right now. Let's go down just a little bit further, see if we can see if that is a wave 5. I bet it is a wave 5. I bet it's going to go up one more time. There's your wave 1, there's your wave 2, there's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3. Actually, no, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3, and then A, B, C of 4. And then probably back up for a wave 5. Kind of pretty short time frames. Yeah, I can look at the NASDAQ for you, not a problem at all. It's kind of hard to know for sure whether the wave A is over or not, but I would definitely expect over the next several days to see some sort of a three-wave pattern, some sort of an ABC or something. Just the question is whether the wave A is actually over right now or not. It kind of looks to me like it potentially could needs to make a wave 5 of wave A. But when you're squeezing down inside of a crescent on the 1 hour time frame, you know, your waves can start to get a little unpredictable because a crescent is an overlapping pattern. So when you're on the 1 hour time frame, trying to figure out how exactly a crescent is going to play out can be a little bit of a guessing game. To be honest with you, when I first looked at this, I was like, oh, that's probably the menu would draw this out like this, and you'd say, oh, that's going back up. So for the wave 5, that's what menu would say, the gold man. He'd be like, oh, that's an expanding, it's going back up, which he probably would be right. The gold man. Yeah, let's check out Nasdaq. I honestly haven't looked at Nasdaq much lately. Yeah, definitely. I can. Yeah, the replay will be posted as soon as this live stream is over. Wow, Nasdaq. I cannot believe the stock market didn't make a bigger pullback than that. I wonder if that still could be a wave B. The stock market does seem to like to make those irregular wave Bs. Let's throw a Fibonacci, the special Fibonacci out there and see if it is a wave B. Flats. Oh man, wow. It definitely could be a wave B, huh? Because of where it turned at the 123, which is the 123 and the 138 is a target often for a wave B of like a irregular ABC crescent. I mean, obviously you're gonna either need to see a lower high to confirm it, or you're gonna want to see a bigger structure. And unfortunately, the most recent structure is way down here, so it's kind of hard to know whether this is really a reversal back down for like a big giant wave C, or whether this is just going to be a crescent to this last impulsive up, and it's going to do that. Yeah, definitely. We do know one thing for sure. We know that this wave from here to here is over. So there's literally only two things that can happen. It can either make a crescent to that wave and then continue up, or it's going to make a very impulsive move down and break structure. So the key really right now is to try to observe it to see if it's making impulsive like that, or whether it starts to make overlapping corrective like this. If it starts to make overlapping corrective like that, then it is almost definitely going back up. If it's impulsive, then it could just keep on going down pretty easily. So keep an eye on it. But you're not really going to have much confirmation that it's going down in a big way until it either makes a very significant lower high or it breaks this structure right here. So unfortunately, you really can't confirm that the move up is over yet. It could keep going up, especially with the stock market. You know, the U.S. stock market, the S&P, Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones. I mean, they're basically a never-ending uptrend. So you really can't, justify going short without seeing a nice break of structure, probably, unless you're scalping it. Not really much movement out of that Trump speech today, huh? I don't really think it was anything too important. I got the White House schedule here today, also, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if there was anything else that Trump is up to today. This is New York time too, by the way. This is not London time or European time. This is DC time, Washington DC. So right now it's almost 6 p.m. in London, which I'm not in London, but so that means it's 1 p.m. in America right now. So he's right, yeah, he's right here. Now he's got some executive orders that he's signing today. So he's signing some executive orders, but that's at 9 o'clock London time. He signs executive orders almost every day, so that doesn't really necessarily mean anything, unless it's like something really important. Oh, there is some news about Ukraine today too, wasn't there? So yeah, somebody said something about Ukraine today, and yeah, there is some news about Ukraine coming out today, definitely. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. We did pretty much a full hour. Sorry about the scheduling issue. Next week, I'll probably schedule next week's live stream right now after this one, so that way I don't forget. I totally forgot to schedule this live stream until right before it started. Yeah, I can look at the Euro Aussie real quick, no problem. At some point, the Euro Aussie probably is going to make a move down, but it kind of seems like it's still a little bullish in my opinion. It's a really hard one. It kind of seems like this is like an A, and this is a B, and this is going to go up for a C, and then it's going to go down like this. It seems like this is an A, and this is a B, and then down for a C is what it seems like. It really seems like to me it's going to go up and take out these highs. You know, it could pop down a little bit first, but it seems like it's going to go up. Oh, yeah, look at that. This is definitely very corrective. I bet it's going to go up and take out these highs when it's ready. We do have a little bit of Aussie news tonight, like I said, so definitely keep an eye on your charts if you're, in a time zone that it is good for this Aussie news, because we do have Aussie unemployment change and Aussie unemployment rate tonight, which is definitely a pretty good news event for sure. Anyways, that's it for now. I will make my PM videos tonight at the normal time, and I will see everybody next Wednesday at my next live stream. If anybody is interested in joining my membership, check out my website. It is only $30 a month, and there's a short video you can watch right here that will literally explain everything. So check out this 8-minute video. It explains literally everything that you need to do. Uh, so check that out. The link for that is in the chats and in the description of the video. So check that out if you're interested. I do really enjoy helping other traders become consistently profitable. It's a big benefit. So, anyways, I will talk to everybody next week, or I will talk to you on Discord. So, anyways, as always, enjoy the rest of your evening or day. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading, everyone.